Within a 3-mile radius of Blair Atholl, there is the Falls of Bruar in one direction and the Pass of Killiecrankie in the other. Robbie Burns once complained about the lack of trees when he visited the Falls of Bruar in the year 1787, in which he wrote the poem The Humble Petition of Bruar Water to the Noble Duke of Atholl. In 1796, the Duke of Atholl started to make Burns' dreams come true. Eventually, almost 120,000 larch and Scots pine trees were planted. What you see before you is the area where the Battle of Killiecrankie was fought in 1746. The famous Battle of Killiecrankie was fought on these fields, where Scottish and Irish Jacobites fought the Scottish government forces. The battle was fought and many lives were lost. But the battle has a famous legend that is still debated today. When the battle ceased fire, a Jacobite soldier fled for his life. He ran a great distance with the government soldiers in close pursuit. It was here where the soldier jumped 18 feet between two rocks and made his escape. But right in the heart of Blair Atholl, there is a lesser-known story of the watermill. With a rich history and background, the mill is an interesting place to visit. It is remarkable that the building in front of you dates back to the 17th century, when it was much smaller than today. It was extended in 1747 by Patrick McGlashan and extended again in the 1830s by Andrew Lowe. Rami Cohen and Alistair Sutherland have kindly agreed to tell us more about the history and workings of the mill.
So I'm Rami Cohen from the water mill in Blair Atholl, and we've been running the mill for 18 years now, which is quite a lot. We grind the flour and oatmeal, spelt and rye. It's a working water mill, or as I call it, a working museum, which we keep in a good working condition. We also have a tea room and a bakery, so we grind the flour, we bake it, and then we sell it in the tea room.
Well, I can go back to as far as 1960 with the mill. As kids, we used to play in here when it was lying as a store, a storeroom as such. And then in the mid-70s, Mr. and Mrs. Ridley came on the scene, an elder couple who got the mill up and running. So we've got come down this chute here, which will open up and it fills this little hopper here for us. When it's full, we can just shut off the supply. From the hopper it goes down into what's called the shoes, from the shoes down into the eye of the stone. And as the stone is doing its circumference there, it will ground down the wheat grain as such, and then it goes down a chute here as flour. From flour there it goes down into the top of a sieving machine down in the finishing floor. The sieving machine will rattle back and forth and it will grade the flour from coarse flour to medium flour into separate bagging for us down in the finishing floor. So okay, you've got your oatmeal there and bags of wheat. And then from there, we take a bag across. From here, we put it onto the barrel. Then once we do that, into the hopper. There we are. Alright, and then we put it down there as such. Just empty it, and then this part of course you won't see because the back will be empty and it will be put down through the side here. Okay. Comes down there. Then it goes into the top of the 7 machine, which rattles back and forth. Okay. Then from there, come down the chute here, filling up our bag. Okay. So this bag gets filled up. Okay, that's that. And then from there, we take it from there. Okay, we take it back. And from there, we hook it on there. Okay. Then we pull on this rope here, such. Then the bag will go simply just up to the top floor, up through the top floor. Mr. Ridley seemingly worked behind the scenes in the theatres, setting up the scenery, and I think this is the reason why, with the workings of the mill, he was very interested in it and got it up and running again. And 2 years after that, the mill was gutted by fire, back in 1977, I think, roughly. And it was put down to an electrical fault. And rebuilt about the following year as such, and although we now buy the wheat grain in already kiln dried, we don't use the old drying system because we reckon that's what caused the fire.
The transformation into a working mill is amazing, and people come from all over the world to enjoy sandwiches, scones and cakes made the natural way.
Yeah, thank you, absolutely.